Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the final session. Final session of Play to Heal the World 2021. What an incredible time it's been. What an amazing time it's been. If you're joining me for this final session, why don't you just quickly say hello in the comments. Love to see you here. Love to see who's managed to join us. Kia ora, Tanya, Justine, Shireen, Lisa. Woo, what a ride, what a ride. I agree. What a ride this festival has been. Hi, my friends. Kia ora. Hey, Gwen, Amanda, Tamsin, so many of you guys. Well, I was just this keynote's been crazy. Trying to organize a keynote or any kind of chat while also pulling off the feat of organizing the technical and logistics is something. And I have written and rewritten and not written what I want to say so many times. And I still don't really know what we're going to do. I'll be honest. And I thought, you know what's best is just chuck it away. And I just did a 10-minute meditation before I came, centered myself in my heart, and just tears of gratitude just started flowing freely from my heart. This is amazing, and it has been amazing. So I want to say thank you so much for everyone who's joined us. Thank you for believing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for contributing. I was thinking in my meditation, I was a 16-year-old boy. And I was an unusual 16-year-old boy because I didn't really go to parties. I didn't really get into drinking. I didn't really care much about that. What I did find as a 16-year-old was a spiritual awakening that set my heart on fire and gave me a calling and a purpose for life. All I wanted to do as a 16-year-old was just to make a little dent in the universe, to leave the world just a little bit better than what I found it. That's what I set out to do. And in my 20s, that dream started to fade. I made some decisions that had consequences in it. I stopped believing in the magic. I think I shared yesterday, about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I was kind of ready to give up. I lost the sense of calling. And I lost that sense of purpose. And I found myself actually in Malibu, California, December 2019. And I pursued this relationship with a mentor because he was speaking truth. His name is Aubrey Marcus, and I wanted to reignite what I knew was alive within me. That forgotten dream. And he did something amazing one of the nights, actually during the day. One of the teachers there led us through The Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell. It's kind of like a narrative type that a lot of the Disney World movies are based on. It's the hero that goes out on its journey with the dream to make a difference, but then encounters a problem, encounters a loss, and then they go through the self-doubt. They lose their sense of self. They lose their sense of identity. And there's a saying in The Hero's Journey that says, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. The scariest thing that you feel, the biggest fear that you have. And for me, my fear was that I lost all right to make a difference in the world. I lost the right through decisions that I made to speak into people's lives. Sorry. And to pursue what I knew what was on my life. So I'm sitting there, I'm listening to this hero's journey, and I'm like, geez, I can resonate with so much. The cave you fear to enter, that mind cave, the thing that's holding you back, the limitation that you've placed on yourself, the stories you've told yourself about why you are not worthy to be great, the stories you've told yourself about why it's not possible to do the thing that you know is alive in your heart. That thing, you have to face it head on. And at night, my mentor, Aubrey Marcus, led us through this thing called an ecstatic dance. And if you know me, I love dancing. In fact, dancing has been reigniting my passion for dancing and moving my body has been just the thing that's helped liberate me. And it just reminds me, day one, I was so energetic and I was like moving the whole time, and I just saw Maria, my partner, come in with like a big sign going, "Stand still." It's so hard for me to stand still because I like to move my body. So yesterday was the touching as well. It's a lot of moving, wasn't there? Anyway, he leads us through this dance, and the dance takes us through the 12 stages of the hero's journey. So he's playing music and he's like, right, feel that sense of calling. Feel that calling when you first had it and you're dancing to the music. And about the 8th song into it, it's like, right, we're going to go into the cave that you fear. So he puts on a song. I can't remember what the song was, but I remember moving my body. And as I'm moving my body, my mind goes into this vision. And I don't know if you've experienced this before, but my mind kind of goes into this trance-like vision where I see myself entering this cave. And I'm like Star Wars fighting the dragon that is keeping the cave locked down from me. And eventually I slaughter the dragon. And then the next stage, he takes us on the song where he says, now receive your reward. And I remember in the vision bowing down on my knees, and there's a king in front of me, and he has a sword, and he places the sword on my shoulder, both my shoulders. And he says, turn around now, Rick, and go speak your truth. And I turn around and I look out from the cave, and it's on like a hill, and I just see thousands of people as I'm walking out, and I look back and I say, what? I can't, they won't listen to me. I can't speak. They won't listen to me. And the king says to me, it's not them that have called you to this, Rick. It is I. Go and speak your truth. And I remember the music changes, and as I started speaking, the crowd like started just jumping, and it's like the words I was speaking was creating this wave of beauty and transformation, and I just remember the shame that I carried for so long, the self-doubt just started to wash away from my shoulders. I returned from that trip just with such a new sense of love and belief and openness to what is, to openness to the magic of life. And that was December 2019. We started Conscious Collective maybe a few months before that. And we didn't have too much. I think we had maybe 70 Facebook followers. And then lockdown happened. And I woke up one morning last year, and everything, I saw it like a puzzle, just clicked on what's needed in the moment. And it's just amazing. It was like life itself was arranging everything in a way that I could never imagine. And then last year, Play to Heal the World was somehow became the largest gathering of early childhood teachers together in one place. I think we had, same as here, over 1,000 kayako register. And I just witnessed that in that meditation before, with so much gratitude, with so much awe of the wonder of life. This is not something that I have created, but what life has brought forth, ready to be born. And it was that moment where I said, I will enter the cave, I will face my own self-doubt and my fears, and I'm open. That I was invited into something that is magical, something that is beyond what I could ever have imagined. And I wanted to start the keynote, and I don't think I will, but I wanted to start the keynote on this. I wanted to share something with you. Give me 1 second. Oh, I haven't even opened it. Here it is. There's a little note that I wrote to my daughter last year. And I want to share that with you, because for me, it was a stunning moment of my own realization. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. This is a little note. It's a note from the Tooth Fairy to my youngest daughter. And as you can see, I'm never too far from tears. But I remember this night distinctly because it was her final tooth that fell out. And it was also, this is my youngest daughter at that time. Maria and I are expecting, we've got a baby on the way, but at that time it was my youngest, it was my last. And it was like in the last tooth, it was going to be literally the last letter that I was going to write from the Tooth Fairy to my children. And there was this sense of awe that came over, the sense of, I don't know, when I was transported back to my childhood, and this is the most visceral, emotional way. And I felt what it was like to believe in magic. I felt what it was like to see the world in a grain of sand, to see the world believing that anything is possible and that everything is possible, that the things that are out there are more amazing than what we could ever even comprehend. And that sense of childlike wonder just flooded my body. And it was like I was saying goodbye, as Hope was saying goodbye to the tooth fairy. I remembered that, oh my goodness, I've said goodbye to that magic. I've said goodbye to that sense of infinite possibility and wonder. And I was like, Hope, I don't want you to lose this. Don't ever lose this. And I wrote this, and I mean, there's tears are dripping through and on the paper, and I say this, dear Hope, you are the magic. You are the magic. Don't have to look for something outside. It's not the tooth fairy that's the magic. You are the magic. As you grow up and we start to say goodbye, I will live in your heart because, my love, you are the magic. I love you, the tooth fairy. And I wonder if I can ask you this question. When did you stop losing the magic? When did you stop believing that anything is possible for your life? When did you start believing the stories that told you that really you're just nothing more, worth nothing more than just existing? When did you stop feeling the fire inside of you? When was the last time you believed that there is more than just this? Because really, you are the magic. You are the magic of your own life. You are the magic of your own existence. You don't need scientists to tell you what's possible and what's real. You don't need philosophers to tell you what to believe. The magic lives in how you believe. The magic lives in what you believe to be real. Johann Wolfgang van Gogh said this, man is made by his belief, and as he believes, so he is. The older I get, the more I realize that if we want magic, we have to allow ourselves to believe that it's possible. We have to allow ourselves to believe that there is more than just this time and space that we see. My keynote was going to be about the power of the heart. And I'm going to just delve to the most amazing part of the whole keynote and throw the rest away. I think one of the most amazing things that's coming forward now for us is this understanding that we are not just 5 senses. The sensory information that we get is not just from our eyes and our mouth, our taste, our ears, our hearing, our smell, our touch. But it's starting to become quite apparent with a lot of the research that we also have this kind of 6th sense, this 6th way of sensing. And you've heard some of our friends, Penny and Kimberly and Dr. Robin talk about this ability to sense with our heart. And it's the science is now telling us that our heart organ literally is an information carrier and an information receiver, like an antenna that picks up information outside of our bodies. And then that information gets processed, and then it gets sent up to our brain to make sense of it. And I think that's amazing. But what is really, really fascinating about this is that the team, Ronald McCready and his team at the HeartMath Institute did this fascinating experiment where they had 30, 45 pictures. And so they're sitting someone in front of a screen and they're flashing images at them. And the images are either calming, which induces like a really calming effect on your body, or distressing, which elevates the heart rate and kind of gets you squirmish. And what they did is they hooked everyone up to an EEG monitor, to heart rate monitors, temperature control sensing, and they watched what was going on. And here's the thing that I cannot make sense of and I cannot explain, and I think they're still trying to figure this out, is that they realized that the heart started to recognize what type of picture, whether it's going to be calming or whether it's going to be distressing, 4.3 seconds on average before the image was even shown. So just think about it. Just get what I'm saying. The heart started reacting either with an elevated heart rate or a calming heart rate 4.3 seconds before the picture was actually shown. It knew what was coming before it even came. So we have this picture that's emerging that shows that we have a sensing organ that is able to sense information outside of the confines of our time and space, and is able to reach beyond our limitations that we might put into it, into the eternal realm of possibility where time and space, where future, present, all merge into just one giant consciousness. And we're able to harness the power of creativity and intuition from that place. That's what I call magic. That place that exists beyond our limitations, that is the place of magic. And through our heart center, we're able to sense it, and then we're able to live it, believe it. If you've ever had that like sense of instinct and like intuition, I know what's coming, synchronicities, this all comes from an energetic, informational realm that we are still trying to discover in modern science. And so what's needed for us to get back to the magic? Well, I think predominantly it's that really long journey that going from our head to our heart. Becoming calm and quiet and listening to ourselves again. Awakening again to the child that believed in the magic. Every one of us have believed, lived in the realm of magic. How can you not? Because how can consciousness ever become so boring as what it has? Do you remember when everything was a wonder? Do you remember when you can just sit in the beach and just draw lines in the sand and make castles and create props? Do you remember when you could just sit and instead of naming the bird and walking away, you could just wonder at the fact that it's got hollow bones, as Penny said, and it manipulates air and somehow has an experience of being flightless in the invisible realm of air? So gratitude. They found gratitude, the state of being in appreciation, is what quietens our heart and streamlines the information network between the heart and the mind so that we can listen. When we're in stress, when we're busy, when we're scrolling, that frequency, that information network is fuzzy, it's broken, we can't quite hear. But when we calm ourselves with our breath and our body and we quieten the monkey mind, and we tune into the channel of our heart, and we actively start to look for the things that we do have, not the things that we don't. When we focus on the things that has happened, not the things that haven't happened. And we start to feel just like what I did about 30 minutes ago, gratitude and the overwhelm of goodness that life does provide for us, even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of the wildest storms. We're able to sense beyond that physical barrier, beyond the realm of which we've put as possible. And we're able to see beyond, and we're able to hear what life is trying to birth through us, what the highest potential that this energetic universe is trying to capture through us. And so I think what would be appropriate for us to finish on this afternoon is to guide us on a journey into the heart, from the head into the heart. So wherever you are, I want to invite you to find a quiet space, a comfortable space, wherever you are, wherever you're sitting. If you want to participate on this little brief 5-minute journey from the head to the heart. And I want us to sense together what the highest potential the future is calling us into. I want us to listen to the language of the heart, which is instincts and feelings. And I want us to write down what we believe that message is coming to us. And then after that, we're going to do something even more courageous. We're going to share that in this collaborative Google Doc, okay, that anyone can edit. I'm going to share the link with you if I can find it. And then I'm going to ask you, we're going to experiment here, we're on the fly, to write down just a couple of words of what you sense the highest potential life is calling us into together as a collaborative. And then we're going to create a little word puzzle from it and share that with everyone as a remembrance of what we've been a part of with Play to Heal the World and this beautiful community of people that we've come to know. So when you're ready, I want you to invite you to get really comfortable, and I want you just to invite you to close your eyes. And we're going to start by calming our body and our mind with our breath. You need to take a breath in for 5 seconds. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then out through your mouth for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Now I invite you just to keep that pattern of breathing in deeply, a little deeper than what you usually would, getting comfortable and breathing out just a little bit deeper than what you usually would. And as you follow your breath into your heart, into your body, I want you to imagine that breath coming and swirling around your heart center. Imagine the breath hugging the heart, holding the heart tightly. And now with the next in breath, I invite you just to start feeling gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness for your heart. This incredible organ that continuously, without your need, pumps blood through your body 8 times around the earth in one day. Keeps you alive, keeps you oxygenated, supplies nutrients to every part of your being. Just start feeling how incredible it really is, how this tapestry of life comes together. Just feel that into your heart right now. And with your next in-breath, I invite you to think about something in the last couple of days that I have just got great appreciation for. Something that happened, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a moment of clarity. I invite you to feel the gratitude, feel that moment, relive that moment, and feel how thankful you are for that. Now I invite you to, if you want to, think about some loved ones that you feel great appreciation for. And while you're in this state of gratitude and thankfulness and openness, feeling the beauty of all that life has given us, I want you to ask yourself this one question. I want you to ask your heart this question. What is the magic that it wants to bring forward for you? What is life's highest possibility that is waiting to be born together? It may just be a word, it may be a feeling, maybe a picture. Maybe nothing in this moment, and that's okay too. And I invite you to, as you come to that, just to take some breaths and bring your conscious awareness back into your body. And I invite you to open your eyes and bring it back into our collaborative conversation. I invite you to write down, just take time, a second, just to find a piece of paper where you are, and just write down that word or that picture or that feeling that you got. Maybe share it in the chat if you want for now. But what I would love to invite you to do is I'm going to post a link to a Google Doc. If I can, this might be tricky. Let's see if that comes up. I think so. In the comments. And I would love for you just to do a word dump. Everyone just to go over there and just to write the word that you're feeling. These words that you're putting in the comments, amazing, magnificence, passion, connection, gratitude. Would you be able to just write that down in that Google Doc for me quickly? And what we will do then is we're going to create we'll see if this works. It's an experiment. We're going to create a word puzzle that we can share with each other to remind us flow, freedom, peace, love, worthy. I found my cave. Compassion, peace, yes, happiness, family, togetherness, connection. Oh, my heart's absolutely overflowing. Thank you for participation, advocacy, self-belief, compassion. You are safe. I see all these beautiful words coming in. Thank you so much. You guys, it's happening. It looks magical from my end. All these words are coming together. And hopefully I'll be able to do the word puzzle as we speak. We're coming close to our opening. I mean, our closing. I wish it was opening. You love this photo? It's me and my whānau at a festival last year. I have it here on my desk. Maybe soon we'll be able to meet in person. I think next year we'll do this. I want to invite some of our contributors onto the broadcast so that for our closing. So if you guys can make your way kind of through to the studio with the link, that would be wonderful. I'm just going to let this music play for a second because I'm going to try and make this word art. So just give us a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes. And just leave this on the screen for now. Right, I have something to share with you. I've taken all the words that you guys have put into the window. Let's have a look here. And I've made, this is a word art from all the words that's come. This is the future. This is the potential future. Love, heart, freedom, kindness, joy. I'll share that with you all. I'll put it out into the, okay, I'll just put it onto our Facebook group. Grab it and let that be a reminder of what we care about collectively, what we stand for as a community. This is us. Kia ora, my friends.
Kia ora.
I see that we have maxed out our backstage, so someone might not be able to come in. Let's see. Are we all on?
Yoda.
Beautiful.
Kia ora, gorgeous woman.
I see that we have. Okay, so someone might just have to just turn off any kind of things because it's a little bit of echo.
On the screen, including Deb.
There's some hella feedback.
Yeah. I'll just try to mute everyone. Yeah. Okay. Well, we want to commence our closing for this festival. I want to thank you, everyone, both those who spoke, and all those who contributed in every way possible. You have created a seed that will impact the world. You started a ripple and a wave that will crash into many lives. And so I'm going to pass it over to Hinamoa to finish for us. Karakia.
Oh, kia ora whānau. So this little closing ceremony, I thought that it would be real special to make it special. And so I'm going to do a little bit more than just a karakia to end such a beautiful festival for us all at home. Wherever you are, wherever you may be in the country, if you know this song, I'm pretty sure you will though, please sing along. So I'm going to start off with a waiata, and then I'm going to do a little, it's not going to be very long, a little kōrero and te reo, and then I'll translate it, and then I'll end us with the karakia. Okay, so the waiata I've chosen is E Toru Ngā Mea. So wherever you are, whānau, join us. Okay, so E Toru Ngā Mea, Ngā Mea Nunui,
Ngā Mea Nunui,
E Ki Ana, Te Pai Pera, Akapono, Tumanako, Te Mea Nui, Ko Te Aroha, Okay, I just want to give everyone a big round of applause. I'm trying to do that
That was
over
good
live.
crying. We did it.
So ia tēnā koutou te whānau, kia mihi atu kia koutou katoa, ko te mea tuatahi māku, ka mihi atu ahau kia koutou waka wairoa, I tukua ahau ngā whakamoemati ki te atua. Kuia te timatanga, kuia anō te whakamutunga o ngā mea katoa. Tuarua me tuake ki te tautoko ngā mihi, me mihi anei I tērā nei. Nā reira, mihi mai te whare, mihi mai te kaupapa, mihi mai, mihi mai. Mihi mai te āhuatanga I o tātou tinimate, kua huri ki tua o tā rai, nā reira, haere ngā mate. Popoia te kākono kia puawai. It is with great pleasure and thanks that I get to sit here and acknowledge and thank the hands and minds that have made the last 3 days possible. From the speakers and sharing the absolute most authentic truths, right through to the beautiful kaioko and whānau watching and engaging from the comfort of their whares and their bubbles. Mihi mai whānau. It is with great appreciation as well and gratitude that I also thank the people who have made this an opportunity for me. My heart is just so incredibly full right now. And with that being said, I would like us to share space one last time as we end our Play to Heal the World Festival with the karakia. Karakia whakamutunga. Kia mutu o mātou mahi mō tēnei wā, manakitia mai mātou katoa, o mātou hoa, o mātou whānau, aiō ki te rangi. Our work is now finished for this moment in time. Let us all be blessed, our colleagues, our families, and our friends, and may there be peace in the universe. When we nurture our seeds, they blossom. Mauri ora whānau.
Mauri ora.
Mauri ora.
Thank you, thank you, everybody. Goodbye, much love. We will see you again on the road soon, hopefully. Keep connected. We love you. Ka kite anō.